I'm telling you, you always had a queen by your side. You know I'm ready to ride. Sipping with the smoke on the side. They know what they like.
Come on in.
You know I'm ready to ride. I'm with you, baby.
Everybody come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on in. Come on in, make sure you guys share the video. We got our sister on here today, Monique DANSBY. She's gonna come on here today and she's gonna tell us what life has been like, waiting on justice for the murder of her sister. We're gonna ask that you guys be very respectful in the comments. I'm gonna ask that you guys be respectful in the comments. If you feel like something that she's saying is a lie, express it to yourself. She's dealing with the loss of her goddamn sister. If you feel like she's saying a lie, call your homegirl on the phone like I tell y'all. Y'all talk about that shit. Don't talk about it in the comments. We ain't doing no shaming, none of that bullshit like that. We coming out here to give her all of our love and our support. If you disagree with something that she has to say, think about what the fuck you want to say in your mind, but don't come on here with it because I'm hitting one of these. Janae, you already know what time it is. If anybody come on here with that bullshit, promptly block their ass. Promptly block their ass because that ain't this type of show. You can talk all your shit on Saturday night. I don't give a damn. You know, you can get on here, you can cuss everybody out on Saturday night. But when it comes to somebody telling their story and a story like this, and they are literally waiting on justice, don't come with the bullshit. That's all I got to say. You know, that's all I got to say. So y'all continue to share the video. I'm gonna give some more people time to come in. Hey Tasha, come on in. Come on in, Greta. Come on in, Sunshine. Come on in, Janae. My admin is here. She is in the motherfucking building. She on here. So we don't want no bullshit. It's all love up here today. How you doing, Angela? Come on in. Come on in, D. Come on in, Sarah. Come on in, Tisha. Come on in,
She's freezing up. I can't hear you.
You hear me when I turn the music down?
Okay.
Come on in, Veronica. Y'all come on in. Thank you. I'm letting you get this hang tonight. They're on my neighbor.
You can't see me coming in?
And that's exactly who our sister was.
I don't know why I can't see the comments.
So, welcome everybody to somebody's business. On tonight, we're gonna have a very serious conversation. We have our beautiful sister here, Monique DANSBY. She's gonna come on here and she's gonna talk about the murder of her sister. It was murder. She's gonna come on here. She's gonna tell her story. She's gonna tell us what happened. She's gonna say what she can say, certain things she can't say. She's gonna be a voice for her family and her sister's daughters. So hey, y'all watching? Y'all come on in. This is her girl, and she's just gonna come on here. She's gonna tell us what it's been like waiting on justice. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with the interview. You can introduce yourself to everybody. You can hear me?
I can hear you. I put my headphones in so I can hear you now.
Okay. So you can go ahead and you can introduce yourself to everybody and tell everybody who you are and where you're from and the connection that you have with Shay.
Okay, my name is Monique. I'm from Mobile, but I currently live in the ATL, so born and raised in Mobile. Shay is she's one of the siblings out of 6 of us on my mother's side. She does have other brothers and sisters, but it was actually 6 of us that were all raised together. It's been very hard. May the 27th will actually be a year that she's been, I would say, cold-blooded murdered.
Right. So if you could I want to start off asking you, how did your sister meet? I don't want to say, I don't want them to hit my video.
Gotcha.
So we all know who we're talking about. I guess I'll say Mr. Cooley. We won't call him by his first name. But how did your sister meet Mr. Cooley?
Far as I know, she met him at the Mardi Gras. It's about 3 years ago because they was together for about 3.5 years. So she did meet him at the Mardi Gras in Mobile.
Okay. And during the course of their relationship, how would you say that their relationship was? Did he ever show, or did she ever speak about any violent tendencies that he may have had?
No, she never spoke about any violent tendencies that he may have had. My sister was very, very in love with her. I went through some messages the other day from Facebook where she would probably send me pictures of her and him and the kids. And I sent her a message like, "Oh, sister, you look so happy." She said, "I am very happy." So for a person to take her life, we just did not see this coming.
Right.
And before we continue, I also want to put out there, because some people may think because she was murdered, she was in a domestic violence relationship. No, ma'am. My sister did not play that. So she was not in a domestic violence relationship. I do understand why, when they get on the news, they say domestic dispute, basically because she was killed by her boyfriend. But she was not in a domestic violence relationship. They did not fight. He did not put his hands on her.
So tell, if you can, walk us through that phone call that you received about your sister.
Okay, I'm gonna go back a little bit.
Okay, go back.
Because it's like, sometimes you see things, warning comes before destruction.
Okay.
So on a Monday morning, I had a dream. And the dream was I got a phone call. And remind you, I'm talking about a dream now. I got a phone call in my dream that when they called my phone, they said, "Well, we're looking for a Monique." And they said, "We want to reach out to you because your sister has been murdered." Because she had in her phone, it was my cousin who I dreamed about, but we are like sisters. So in her phone, she had sister. Mm-hmm. So in my dream, when they reached out to me in the phone, it said Sister Monique. So they reached out to me because it was the only name they seen.
Right.
I was crying like somebody had really died. Like I was really, really crying. I woke up, I called my cousin when I was asking about her sister, like, "Where's such and such?" I'm like, "Because I just had this dream that she was murdered." And this was on a Monday. I remember just like yesterday, 9:00 in the morning. Okay, May the 27th, which was on a Monday. I got a phone call at 9 p.m. 9 p.m. My sister called me, my baby sister called me and said, "Shay has been shot." When I heard that, I dropped down to my knees. I was crying. All I could say was my dream, my dream, my dream. And I was at my friend's house and he couldn't understand like why I was saying my dream. It was something that I had already dreamed, and had I known that it would be my sister, or if I felt like she was in some type of danger, I would have reached out to her and said, "Hey, I had this dream." But I never would have thought in a million years that it would be my sister.
Right, because he never no type of, anger towards or a violent tendency. So of course you wouldn't have thought it would have been her.
Never. He has been to my house, my father's house. He's never shown us that side of him. It's a possibility my sister could have seen. A lot of people don't like to share their business,
right?
But we don't know. As far as we know, my sister was happy and she was in love. They was even talking about, getting married. So for him to murder my sister, that was kind of like, that was like very shocking for all of us. Very, very shocking.
Wow. So take me to the moment where, I guess you left from Atlanta. Were you in Atlanta?
I was in Atlanta. I was in Atlanta. So I left the next morning, early that morning. And of course I went straight to Mobile to my niece's house. My niece literally lived like 5 minutes away from her mom. So they lived around the corner from each other. We did go to the house the next day where, of course, they not letting nobody in the house because it's still a murder scene. Right. But they allowed them to go in the house because there was a dog in the house. Now, it has been rumors that, she did pour a liquid substance on him, but I'm going to go back.
Okay.
this was on Memorial Day. So they were not together on Memorial Day. And what I mean not together, like they wasn't, she was out with family having fun and he was out with his kids and a friend of his out, you know, having fun. So on this particular day, they got into an argument. And what the things that I'm saying is stuff that's already out there, is on the news. So you can go back and listen and look into it.
Okay.
So supposedly, well, not supposedly. So he threw a chair at her. So they got into an argument. He threw a chair at her. Supposedly she threw a liquid substance. What the liquid substance was, we do not know. We do not know.
Okay.
But we have heard the rumors of people saying a little different stuff because, of course, when he get out, he's going to try to make it seem like it wasn't what you thought it was. But either way it go, it doesn't matter. You went to your car. You retrieved a gun. So this was something that you already thought about. After you threw the chair or whatever it is that you, whatever it was that she poured on you, you went out to your car. You retrieved a gun. It was witnesses there. I won't say no names, but I'm going to say witnesses with an S.
Okay.
So it was more than one person there.
All right.
So like I said, I'm not going to put no names out there, but there were people there that witnessed what happened. So he went to his car to retrieve the gun. A witness that was there basically begged him not to shoot her.
Wow.
He shot my sister 3 times. After he shot her, he went back to his car, put the gun back up under the seat where he retrieved the gun from, went back in the house and did whatever it was that he was doing while my sister sat out there and fought for her life. She wasn't even dead. She fought for her life. When he could at least call the police or something, you left her out there for dead and then you shot her in her stomach. Not 1, not 2, but 3 times.
So when you shoot somebody like that, that it's personal. It's personal. So, okay. So when you get to Mobile and you get to your family's home and she's passed, when you seen her daughters, what did they have to say? What could they say? What did you guys have to do as a family to kind of like get her daughters? Because I can just imagine, I'm a mother of 3 daughters. If they had to get that news that my baby was 5 minutes up the street or away from me, and you know, because I'm pretty sure it's like if I would have been at mama house, you know, just what are they doing to kind of like deal with what has happened? What are the, because those are her kids, and you know, you can't get another mama. You know, they got their sisters, you know, everybody else got their families that they can go to, but they don't have their mom. So how are they doing? How has this affected the girls?
It has affected them a lot. I know for sure that they're still dealing with it. But by the grace of God, you know, they're all getting through it. For one of my nieces, I know she didn't see her mama. She didn't see her mama until like Mother's Day was the last time she seen her mom because she lived out of town. So of course, you know, this Mother's Day just passed. Right. And it was like, it's been very, very hard for them. And I mean, just imagine, you know what I'm saying? You waiting on justice. A person has bailed out. He's right. out here, and he's out here as if he's enjoying his life.
And also he had he had to bond a $15,000 bond.
No, $150,000 bond, $150,000 bond, which he had to pay 10% in cash.
Yeah. Yeah.
He had to pay 10% in cash. So they did lock him up. He didn't run. He stayed there and waited for the police to come. If I'm not mistaken, in November is when he was released. So right now he's only out on bond. He's only out on bond. But of course, you know, we have had people that has literally ran into him. I have one of my sisters that live in Mobile actually ran into him like 2 weeks ago. And when she told me that, I'm like, so what happened? They basically just stared each other down.
So did he ever show like any remorse for what he did, or do y'all feel like did he ever apologize? Has he ever called anybody and said, did he apologize? Did he try to send a letter, have a conversation, reach out to her daughters? Has he been apologetic at all?
No apologies. As you all probably have already seen, when you looked at it on the news, when they asked him, did you kill SELWONDRA PUGH? He clearly said yes. When they asked him, did he have anything to say to the family? He didn't say anything. And he clearly said that there was no excuse.
That's what he said.
So I don't understand. For some reasons, you know, some people are making excuses for somebody that's not even making an excuse for himself.
Right. So that's what's messed up is that he has literally murdered somebody, and he has the opportunity to walk around and live a normal life until they decide to take it to trial. That's basically kind of how it looks like to me.
Yes, and the wait it's so long. It's going to be a whole year now that my sister has been gone. So just imagine when we all do decide, when we all go to court, all of that comes back. It's like we're reliving it all over again, because they're talking about things that we probably wasn't aware of, and it just opened that up. It just opened up that womb all over again. So it's like the healing process for us. I know for me,
it hasn't even begun.
It haven't even begun. I have sleepless nights. I'm always crying. I talk to my friends and stuff about certain things, but it has been very hard for me, because for me and others, even my sister kids, my brothers, her sisters, all of us, it's just been very hard. This is my sister for 36 years.
Right.
Me and my sister, we talk every single day. During the summertime, I would get her kids, she would get my kids. We were like that.
Yeah.
We were very, very close, very close. So for somebody to just take her and you think that it's okay, and then when you get out, you out here making excuses, and you feel like you're going to get off, or you telling other people that, you're going to get off. I mean, it's just very hurtful. And not only that, it's a couple of other things that we know. He was a police officer for Pritchard. Back in 2000, for 7 months. Back in 2014. So a lot of people had to wonder, like, okay, so he was a police officer, but he portrayed it to my sister like he was a retired police officer.
Wow.
But you did not retire. You did not retire.
Well, how old was Mr. Cooler at this time?
I believe he was 42.
Mr. Cooler, you know damn well your ass ain't retired and no goddamn 42. Now, that was just a laugh from the pit of hell.
Yeah, so he was saying that he retired.
He tried to make himself look like he maybe had more than what he had, or that maybe that he was. So did he work? Because if you telling somebody you retired, that where he was retired.
I believe he probably did security work or whatever at the club, but it wasn't a real job.
Right.
The first time I spoke with you and I said something about him being a murderer, I seen somebody in the comments that said, this is not the first time he's murdered somebody. I don't know if you went back and looked at it, but I looked at it.
I'm gonna go back and look at it.
So with that being said, there have been rumors. We don't know for sure that when he was a police officer, he killed somebody. That's why he's no longer a police officer for Pritchard.
Because I read that he resigned.
No, he resigned from the court authority. He was hired. Yeah, so he resigned from the court authority. He was hired back in 2007 at the court authority, and he started working there. He started working there in July, and then he stopped working there in August. Now that my sister is deceased, of course, people start talking, and they start talking about who he was when they met him. Oh. Not the good person, but the bad person. We had a lady reach out to us and said he choked her at work. Called the police, and they did absolutely nothing. So at some point, you may act like a certain person, but then your true colors will show, and his true colors showed.
Yeah, there was a demon hiding up in there. Yeah. So Wow. Man. I got to hold together.
You just don't know. Like, I was nervous at first. And I kept telling my daughter, I'm so nervous. Because when I talk about it, I'm always just, it's like my nerves is bad. But me talking about it on here today, it was a relief.
And that's my goal. You know, when I created this platform, like I always say, I created this platform for us. It was never meant to be, it was meant to be for me. But then it kind of developed into people hit me up in my inbox like, I want to talk about this. Once I talked about the molestation of my grandfather, people came into my inbox and they started saying, I want to tell my story about this. I want to talk about this. I want to talk about that. And so it kind of just made itself into a platform for the people. So I'm glad that you felt comfortable to come on. I told you it was going to be love in the room. I told you it was going to be love in the room.
I also wanted to add, not meaning to cut you off.
Go ahead.
The women that are in Mobile, I really just want to make y'all aware. Some of y'all may know who he is. All you got to do is Google him. His picture is right there. He's not afraid to walk up to a woman and try to talk to them. We've had women say, oh, he tried to talk to me since he's been out. He's not afraid to talk about what he has done because to him, he feel like that was okay. So ladies, please be careful when you run into. Yeah, he most definitely feel like it was justified for whatever reason. I don't know. So, when this person approach you, like, he may seem like he's a good person or a sweet person, like the other person said. I don't know what was so sweet about him because, like she said, that was her ex. So it was it's your ex for a reason.
Right.
So, ladies, just when you see him and he approach you, don't go for the okie-doke, please. Don't go because he's not what he seemed to be. Like you murder somebody and you walking around Mobile like it is okay.
We gotta say his name. Fuck it.
Jason Cooley. Jason Cooley. Because at the end of the day, it's no secret of who he is because all you got to do is look him up. His name is right there. So yes, his name is Jason Cooley. You can look him up. You can see his picture. Just be careful. If he's trying to talk to you, he's not ashamed to try to holler at no woman right now. Because like I said, he feel like he haven't done nothing wrong.
And the last thing he should want to do is deal with anybody. He need to try and get himself together.
Right. But we will get justice. It's been very hard. It's been hard for my nieces. It's been hard for my family, all of us. This was the most shocking death because we never had nobody to be murdered in our family.
Right. And then it just came so unexpectedly. It's not like, it's kind of like when somebody died, they've been suffering in the hospital for a while and that they like coming to an end.
Right.
They've been months. Like he would have been beating on her, and y'all knew that he was beating on her and, you could have kind of seen that, okay, if you don't leave him, this right here gonna happen. But to have no idea and to be completely blindsided, my heart just goes out to you and your family and her kids. She didn't deserve what happened to her. Justice will be served. We're gonna continue to speak that. I mean, ain't nothing else you could say. If you already said that it was what it was, so justice is gonna be served. I hate that the system is just so fucked up. It's so fucked up because I just feel like, because I'm getting mad.
They could have gave him $1 million bond and he would have never been able to get out. Like, I don't understand. Like $150,000, like you only paying 10% of that. That's nothing.
The system is so fucked up in the part that you could go out here, you could cold-bloodedly murder somebody and kill somebody. And then they say, but if you got the money though, we can let you out until you go to trial.
Right.
Like, I just feel like if somebody to kill somebody and y'all know that they to kill this person, why let these people out? Because the risk, don't you think that the risk of it happening again while he out?
Right.
Because if he just snapped, because some people say he snapped. If he just snapped, don't you think somebody else can do something that'll make him just snap? So it's like it don't make sense for him to. It's crazy for him to be out.
But they said that he snapped, but he was in his right mind. See, you was in your right mind. You were smart enough to walk out the house. This is what you call premeditated. You walked out the house to your car to retrieve a gun, shoot her, walk back to your car, put the gun back wherever you got it from, and go in the house and just chill. While my sister is out there fighting for her life. Not only is she fighting for her life, but a witness is out there and she's telling them, don't let me die. I don't want to die.
I just don't understand it, you know, and you know, to go back in and sit down and literally wait for that, that's just cold. That's just some cold shit to do. You know, to go back in and sit down, and I don't know what he was doing. I don't know if he was up enough thinking about what he did, but to not take no type of action to call nobody to try to get no help. I just do not understand that. You know, he was that's just who he was all along. That's just real shit.
He showed his true colors came out.
That's just who he was all along, and it took just that little, you know what I'm saying? And like you say, if she probably ain't tell y'all her business, you know what I'm saying? Or get into detail if y'all had like a little if y'all had like they had like little spats, and he probably put, because you know usually you can see something, you know what I'm saying? So I just hate this shit. It's so fucked up to have, you know, her kids and her family just left here without a mother and without their sister. And, you know, girl, you know, what do you guys do? Because I don't want to leave on a negative note. What do you guys do as a family to celebrate her?
Girl, we sing like no other. Everybody that know us, they know that we sing.
So y'all get in the living room and sing all the songs and all that.
Listen, we sang. Not only do we sing, like we literally have church. The day before the funeral, we had church inside of her daughter's house. Like the whole family, it's like singing for us that kind of like get us through things.
I'm a singer. I completely get it.
So like we literally we sang like no, because we know that's what she would want. My sister was a singer, she was a worshiper, she was a praiser, like all of that.
She went to Little Rock, right?
She went to Little Rock, and then my father's a pastor, but he's a pastor in another part of Alabama. But yeah, so when we all get together, we always sing, always.
So when the tribute album coming?
Well, I don't know about that one, but her daughter is always on. You know, we are always singing, but her daughter is always singing. But that's basically what we do to try to, to get through this. We get together and we sing
and worship.
Yep, we sing and worship. Yep.
Let me see. Do anybody have? Look, they over in the comments talking some. Yes, sing. Yes, y'all sing. Period. So I wanted to see if anybody in the comments had any questions. Your niece said, "Oh, girl, see, because I don't want nobody messing up my name." Sequandra.
Yes, Sequandria. That's her oldest daughter. You got it, girl.
Period. Look. I'm one of them yandry, all that stuff. She said, "Sing a song, auntie."
Oh Lord.
You might as well go ahead on. If you that's how you honor her. You might as well go ahead on and honor her on yourself for everybody.
Okay, I'm gonna sing. I'll sing Better Days, because a lot of times when I'm going through stuff, that's what I walk through the house and that's what I sing.
Oh, come on in.
Okay, I'm gonna get you today. Sometimes it gets cold and you feel all alone, but hold on, better days are coming. It can be rough in this world, but I know it ain't easy, but hang on in there. I know better days are coming. Friends yourself, but don't cry, 'cause better days are coming. Hey, better days, better days, better days, better days are coming.
Girl, let me tell you something. Hey, girl, let me tell you something. Girl, let me get
Y'all get that fan out.
Let me tell you something. I get on here and I will cuss you out down to the goddamn ground. But one thing I believe is better days coming. I've been through. Girl, you almost took me. Girl, I'm trying, you almost took me down the line, boy. My nigga, you have to come on here and just go, look, somebody said, sing a song. Tell him that girl to sing a song. Look, Monique, girl.
Listen, you just don't know how I feel right now. I'm sweating. I'm sweating, but I feel like a burden has been lifted off my shoulder just by me just coming on here talking about it, because I just knew I was going to be nervous, but I haven't been nervous at all. Just sitting on here talking about it. So I really appreciate this, because this is something that I needed for myself, because I talk about it, but I don't talk about it enough.
And let me tell you something. We didn't know that we needed you to bring your ass on here. Like, come on in. We needed you to come on here. Girl, you just let somebody just decide they're gonna hold on just a little while longer just because you girl. Let me check my fingers. I don't want to cry. Somebody gonna hold on just a little while longer because you came on here. You came on here to heal yourself. You came right on here to heal somebody else's child.
I thank you. I appreciate it.
Right on here. That's what it's all about. Healing each other through our stories. That's what it's. That is the motto. Healing each other through our stories. So I just want to tell you that I thank you for coming on here.
Thank you.
I can cry because I'm telling you. I can cry. Y'all know I love you guys. I thank you so much for coming on here. I thank you, girls. My heart goes out to you guys. I know you're watching. We love you as somebody's business. Make sure you guys share this video. This was a beautiful testimony. It wasn't even sad.
No.
So I'm just so happy and excited that you came. And you guys know I love y'all. And y'all know I fuck with everybody that fuck with me. And I
love you too.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right.